The craggy Himalayas is considered to be the highest mountain ranges stretching across six nations. The Philippines' Mayon volcano is considered as the queen of all volcanoes as it has its perfect cone, while the East African Valley is hailed for its lush vegetation. But have you ever wondered how they came into existence? Well, aside from the elucidation of mythologies, folklores, and narratives, plate tectonic theory scientifically explains their existence.
The plate tectonic theory asserts that the Earth's outer shell, particularly the crust and the mantle, is divided into several plates categorized as oceanic and continental plates. There were seven major plate tectonics identified, and they are what appear on your screen. The movement and smashing of these plates resulted to different land and water formations. However, it depends upon the movement of the plate. Science tells us that plate moves in three different manners, and they are known as the plate tectonic boundaries. These are convergent, divergent, and transform.
The first type of plate tectonic boundary is convergent. It happens when two plates collide with each other. Convergent boundaries happen in different ways, thus also produce different outcomes. When an oceanic plate converges with a continental plate, oceanic plate as the denser plate subducts under the continental plate, forming either coastal mountain ranges and composite volcanoes along the process. Mayon volcano is an example of a land formation that occurred in this type of collision. It was formed when the Philippine plate converges the Eurasian plate. When an oceanic plate converges with another oceanic plate, the denser oceanic plate subducts onto the other, resulting to island arcs and oceanic trenches. Caribbean islands is an epitome of this collision, formed when the South American plate converges with the Caribbean plate. When a continental plate converges with another continental plate, still the same scenario happens. The denser continental plate subducts into the other, while the less dense plate remains. This type of collision produces large mountains like the Himalayas. Himalayas came into existence when the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate converges with each other.
The second type of plate tectonic boundaries is divergent. If convergent boundaries happen when two plates collide with each other, divergent boundaries are the opposite, as the plates move apart from each other. Divergent boundaries only happen to plate tectonics of the same type, continental to continental, oceanic to oceanic. As for oceanic and continental divergence, science denied the idea and no history has been recorded yet. Moreover, divergent boundaries between continental plates produce rifts, which create rift valleys. An exemplar of this type of divergence is the East African Valley. It was formed 25 to 30 million years ago when the Somalian and Danubian plates are pulling away from the Arabian plates. Divergent boundaries between oceanic plates create a submarine mountain range. An example of this type of collision is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a consequence of the divergent motion of four plates, which are the Eurasian, North American, African, and the South American plate.
The third plate tectonic boundary is transform. Transform boundaries occur when two plates horizontally slide past each other. And transform boundary. The fracture zone that forms the transform plate boundary is known as transform fault, simply where the breaks happen. The most well-known transform boundary as of today is the San Andreas Fault, which resulted from the right lateral strike of the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate. Although transform boundaries are not marked by any spectacular features, nonetheless, as the plates rub against each other, huge stresses are set up that can cause portions of rocks to break, resulting to earthquakes of great intensities and magnitudes.
To sum up, plate tectonic theory explains the existence of volcanoes, mountain ranges, island arcs, and more. There are three types of plate tectonic boundaries. The first type is convergent boundary, wherein two plates collide with each other. The second type is divergent boundary. It is formed when two plates move apart from each other. The third is transform boundaries, wherein two plates slide past with each other.